Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. You know it. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. It's part of my travels, part of my journey, let's call it. I really hope this gets views. I'm not too hopeful. I wouldn't doubt that it would just get a few views at first, but I hope over time people see it and it gets more views. It's something I have to talk about. Also, at the end of this video, I just recorded another piece of this video, and I'm going to probably tack it on at the end. I'm doing everything backwards today. I talk about my routine, what I eat. I eat a lot of protein. Being 57 and a half years old, I eat a lot of protein. Yogurt, eggs. This stuff is just it's really lying around here. At the end of the video, I'll show you guys my workout. Like I said, I'm very careful about my back and my hip. I've had a complete hip replacement and back surgery, so my workout reflects that. And I've talked to you guys about riding a bike, and I probably should have said this before, but I make some adjustments so that I don't damage myself and I don't ride for very long periods of time. And if my back's hurting or my hip's hurting, I don't ride. And there are days when it rains, I feel a lot of pain. But anyway, there's so much to talk about. The reason I'm making this video today, I'm going to the doctors. It's a 6-month checkup. I'm on Lipitor. I hadn't gone to the doctors for 3 decades. From the time I was in my 20s till I went to the methadone clinic. And once I started the clinic, they did a blood. They did a complete physical, and my cholesterol was through the roof. I was already overweight at that point. My cholesterol was in the 300s. There's the good cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and then a combination, and they were way high. And I started going to a doctor, and I got put on Lipitor. Today, I'm going to see if I still need to. I'll update you guys. I'm going to see where my cholesterol is at, and that's why I'm making this video today. Okay, I've always had a problem with weight. I was at my tallest, I was 6'4". Now I'm probably about 6'3", to be honest with you guys. I've shrunk. I hate this. I hate saying that. And after my back surgeries, I've always had a problem with weight. I broke my leg when I was 12 years old. First time I went skiing. I didn't adjust the skis to my weight, and I fell forward, and I broke my fibula. I think it's my tibia and my fibula. I broke my spiral fracture in my lower leg. And my mother took me for ice cream every day, and I put on a lot of weight then. I was 12 years old. Once I got into recovery, and this happens with a lot of people, food becomes a secondary addiction. A lot of times, this is something, if you know somebody that's going into recovery or you're in recovery, a lot of people, I think most people, kind of transfer their addictions to something else. When I stopped using opiates, a lot of people went to other drugs, cocaine. A lot of people go to cocaine, and that was a struggle for me for a while. And a lot of people eat. A lot of people gain weight. A lot of people are unhealthy. You go through these periods where you don't eat for 4 or 5 days, 6 days at all, nothing but drugs and alcohol in your system, and then you tend to eat the cheapest food you can find because you don't have a lot of money, and it's a very unhealthy lifestyle. Once you get to recovery, I remember one of the detoxes. This was a detox I went to in Hartford. I can't remember the name of it offhand now. They try to fatten you up. They had a juice dispenser you could use 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And after I found out it was almost pure sugar, I put on like 10 pounds in 6 days in that detox. A lot of people put on weight. A lot of people then transfer I've transferred my addiction to exercise and physical fitness. Some people transfer their addictions to work, to sex. You try to transfer it to something healthy like exercise. I remember I was waiting in line at the methadone clinic, and I had been putting on weight. Every time I left the clinic, I would go there every day, and every time I left, I would stop at McDonald's, a little treat for myself, and I'd have a steak sandwich, egg, cheese, and steak, and a hash brown, three chocolate chip cookies, a soda. This was every single day. It's like 2,000 calories. And quickly I went up to 200. I hit 280 pounds. And, I knew I was putting on weight. My pants were getting bigger. I went from a size 32 waist in high school to a 34 to a 36. When I was using, I was probably 38. Once I got into recovery, I was headed for a 40-inch waist. And it got to one day. And this is what it comes down to. It was my attitude with changing my life. I knew that I changed my life. I had started changing my life in recovery. I had made up my mind. This is what I want. That's how. If you're going to lose weight, this is how I succeeded. It's not about a diet. This is a permanent lifestyle change. When you've just had enough, and you want to be physically fit. You don't feel good, and you're not living healthy, and you make up your mind to change your life. That's what I did, and I had gotten the confidence to do that from recovery, because I had already been in recovery for about a year or so. And I was like, well, if I could do that, if I could quit heroin and cocaine, I could do this. I remember seeing the movie Magic Mike. I was up to almost 280 pounds. And a counselor went by me as I was waiting in line at the methadone clinic. And he's a big black guy. And he tapped me in the stomach. He said, "Oh, you're putting on some weight there, Daryl." And I looked down, and my gut was actually hanging out underneath my t-shirt. And you could see the roll hanging out as I was standing there. That was the day. I said, this is going to stop, and this is going to change, and this is going to change today. And that's how I did it. And I made up. And that was 16 years ago. It's a permanent lifestyle change. And what I did, I've been going through notebooks. I've gone through hundreds of these notebooks, and I wrote down calories in, calories out. And I started walking. I brought my calories down to 1,500 calories a day. Everything I ate for lunch, breakfast, supper, everything, snacks. And I did that for years. I don't write down what I eat anymore, but I still write down my exercise every day. Like I said, I saw the movie Magic Mike, and I saw how women flipped out over guys with six packs, and I wanted that. I wanted that. How they looked at those guys, like I'd see women just melt over guys with six packs. Now, I don't have a six pack today. I'm not going to show you my stomach right now. I'm almost 50 years old. I got like a four pack. You can see the obliques here and everything. I've kind of given up my dream of a six pack, but that doesn't mean if I wanted it bad enough, still I could have it. And that's what changed. I told myself, if I want this bad enough, I could do this. And I got that confidence from quitting drugs. That's how I did this. And it's a daily thing where I'd get the urge to snack, and I'd ask myself, why? What pleasure is that going to bring me right now? Say a candy bar. Why am I eating this? What about this is attracting me? Am I hungry? No. Is it going to make me feel good? Maybe for the first few seconds, the first few bites, but then guilt and disgust is going to take over. I know this. So why am I doing this? Why am I eating this? And I do that. The hardest was the first days. Then it gets easier. Now I look at these TV commercials like with Burger King, McDonald's, and snack food, and it makes me sick. I've gotten used to eating healthy now. It's something you have to change your life. It's a permanent life change. I got to talk about this. Yesterday, I went to AT&T. I wrote down the things I wanted to talk about here. That's why I just took a little break. I said AT&T. I was paying my bill yesterday, and there was a guy about my age sitting in front of me, and I just happened to notice he's about my age, my hair and everything, and he was probably almost 300 pounds. He was a big guy. As I looked at him, you could see he was thick. He had a big middle section. And I looked at him, and I was like, that's where I would be today if I hadn't started this change, if I hadn't decided to change myself. And like I've talked about in another video, I decided I wanted teeth, and it was one of the most painful processes in my life. But I got the courage to do that through recovery. If I can quit this, I can do anything. And the more you do, the more confidence you get. And that's like you realize you can have anything in life. You can have whatever you want. It's just if you want it bad enough. If you're willing to change your life and live differently, you can have what you want. I could do this with money, unfortunately, but money isn't all that. It isn't as important to me, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm in the store yesterday, and I'm looking at this guy, and I realized I was like, that would be me today. And I'm sure. I know how he must feel. He probably makes up excuses in his head. That he's getting older, and all guys, get a little weight around the middle section. And he's gone up to an extra large. I was up to an extra large shirt. Like I said, I had over a 40-inch waist. And anytime I went out in public, I'd stand in front of the mirror and I'd change my clothes, but not every day. But you know how it is. You don't feel comfortable with yourself. You got a gut hanging out. And I looked at him, and I was so thankful, that I take these hours, and a lot of people say they don't have the time. If you want it bad enough, you make the time. Instead of spending money and spending time in front of the TV or on the computer or watching, I shouldn't say this, but watching YouTube videos, this is what I decided to get up extra early and put more hours in my day. I still accomplish other things, selling my artwork, and painting, and all the other things I do during the day to make the various side gigs I have to make money. I just get up a lot earlier, at 2 a.m. to do this. I don't have kids, so that's the thing too. But you could still do this if you want it bad enough. You could do it. I got to tell you guys this, and I hope it doesn't come across as cocky, but I love going into supermarkets. I love going into malls now. I love going out into the public because I see people look at me. I catch attention because of my shape. I see people look at my arms, my shoulders. I see women that used to, I'd walk by, most women I walked by would just ignore me. Like I wasn't even there, I just thought that was part of life. That's the way it goes. Now, like I said, I hope this doesn't come across as conceited, but it's the truth. The majority, I'll get a big smile. I'll make eye contact, and they'll smile. And I see them look at my shoulders, look at my arms, and it makes a difference. You get a feeling of confidence that you look good. You look good, and you feel good, and it changes your life. It really does, and that extends into other parts of your. It's not about hooking up or anything like that. It makes me a happier, more confident person. I'll talk about this more in the future. This video is going to run wicked long already. I'm going to clip on the piece where I show you guys my exercise. Also, I wanted to do a movie review. Here's a quick one. Okay, the movie The Whale with Brendan Fraser deals with overeating, kind of as an addiction. It's an amazing video. I'll have Roger Ebert's review down below. I'll have a link down below. He didn't rate it very high, but I thought it was a fantastic movie. My emotions were all over the place. It was an amazing movie, and it really was just a very harsh, very heavy look at somebody with an eating addiction. All right, here's the video of my exercise routine. Hey, good morning to everybody. I'm doing a little bit of a separate video here. I haven't done the main part of the video yet. This part of the video, I'm just talking about what I do every day. The routine that I have that works for me. I get up extra early at 2 a.m. and the first 2 hours are focused on making YouTube videos for you guys, but I start my workout about 4:30 or 5. And a lot of it involves walking. I walk at least 6 miles a day. I walk about 3 to 4 miles around town, and then I do another 3 to 4 miles on the treadmill every day, no days off. That's what I do for my lower body. I have to be very careful. I'm 57 and a half years old, and I've had 2 back surgeries, discectomies. And there's a lot of damage. I can't feel most of my left leg. I cannot run. I had what they call drop foot. I can't feel a good portion from my waist down on my left side. It's paralyzed. You would know that because I don't allow it to change anything I do, except to be more careful. I eat a lot of protein. Protein builds muscle. This is just my own personal workout. I eat a lot of protein because as you get older, muscle, especially for guys, muscle deteriorates. So I protein shakes every morning, lots of yogurt. The more protein, the better. 12 grams, 15 grams, 20 grams. Oranges. That's not protein, but eggs. And a lot of eggs. I also take, the reason I'm doing this video today, by the way, is I have to go, I had high cholesterol when I got clean and sober. The first time I went to a doctor in like 2 or 3 decades, and my cholesterol was 300, over 300. You have your 2 different kinds of cholesterol, your good, your bad, and then there's like a combination. And mine were over 300, and it was bad. They told me at the clinic I went to, they told me I should get a doctor right away, and I've been going faithfully. And today, this is why I'm making the video. Today I have an appointment just to check. I take Lipitor for my cholesterol still, and I'm just going for a checkup to see how my cholesterol is doing today. And that's why I'm making the video, basically. Okay, I'm very careful with the bottom half of my body because I've had 2 back surgeries and a hip replacement. My legs are very skinny. I don't focus my workout. I do a 5-day rotating workout that focuses mainly on my upper body. I have a notebook here. Today I'm doing push-ups. I do push-ups, and I do 1 set of 12, another set of 12, 20 whole sets of 12. And then I do back dips, where I put my hands on a chair and then lower my butt to the floor. And here's the thing too, when I do these exercises, I focus on my muscles. I focus on straining my muscles. I'm not thinking about work or what I'm doing later. I don't daydream while I'm working out. I picture each muscle as I work out, and I strain it as hard as I can. That's the only way you get muscles to grow, through damaging them and then recovery, taking a day off. I'm not good at recovery. So anyway, today is push-ups and dips. It's a 5-day rotating schedule. Another one I do is, this is where I lay on the floor and do bench presses. Then another day where I do crunches, 1,000 crunches to the left. These are to the left, these are up center, and these are to the right, right? I go to the left, to the center, to the right. Another day I do, these are curls. I use a 50-pound weight. I'll show you guys my weights. I did have to go out and buy stuff. I've accumulated this stuff over time. I think I did a video where I needed to buy 2 40-pound weights. This is a video, if you go back, I'm not sure what it was called. This is one of the weirdest things that happened to me. I was going to buy 2 40-pound weights. I needed them for my workout. I have them right over there. And a day or 2 before I went to Walmart to buy them, I pulled up at the state park where I used to live. And I usually would park my car in front of a dumpster, and I parked my car there. And the 2 40-pound weights that I was going to buy, there was 2 40-pound weights. Somebody had thrown them out, sat them in front of the dumpster. They threw them out. This is one of the weirdest things that happened to me. And I told there's no one, absolutely no one I told that park. This was just in my head that I was going to go buy these 2 40-pound weights. And 2, I swear on the Holy Bible, 2 40-pound weights appeared in front of a dumpster a day or 2 before. I swear on the Holy, one of the weirdest. I don't know how that connects to the universe or whatever. I just consider it a sign from the universe, a sign from God. Okay, and this is my spare room. Here's my pile of workout equipment. It's not very neat. Here's my 50-pound weight, and my pull-up bar. Here's the 2 40-pound weights that I was talking about. This is a 15-pound weight. These are the straps. You see they're pretty worn. I broke them a couple times. Where I put them on the pull-up bar, and I hang from my elbows and raise my feet up to the ceiling. Today I've already got, it's not even 3:30 and I've already got, these are for push-ups. I got them set up. I got some more weights over here, 25-pound and 35-pound. I'm very careful about my back. I can't run. The only thing I do is walk. I literally cannot run. When I ride a bike, this is the thing I've never told you guys. I only buy bikes that have back shocks, and you could adjust those shocks, and I adjust them to be to give fully the most give, so that when I ride a bike, there's no impact to my back. And this is one other thing that I do that has helped me avoid any kind of back pain or back problems. Is a lot of guys sit on the seat and they put the seat level. I don't know how they do this. I have to put the seat pointing down, for room for my junk. Seriously, I do not know where men put their junk when they put the seat flat like that. I have no idea. I cannot sit on a seat like that. So I put the nose of my seat facing way down. And this is what I do. I put the post all the way up. So I'm not even sitting on the seat. My butt is just resting. My backside is just resting against the seat. The seat is way high, and it's just kind of like supporting the upper part of my butt. So I don't sit on the seat. I basically stand on the pedals through the whole ride. This is so I don't damage my back, so I don't have to sit and bend and take that impact on my back. So this is my workout. Now I'm going to make the main part of my video, and I'll probably tag this on at the end of the video.